I've always liked it here. Part of me is Irish. My family come from the west coast here in Ireland. My other side, the McLeans, come from the west coast of Scotland. So whenever I go to the west coast of Scotland, up to the Isle of Mull, or I come to Ireland, I got a wee tingling. It might be imaginary, but I get a little tingling in my heart that I'm where I belong. Ireland has changed so much recently. It's got so popular by the way it has embraced Europe. And there's a whole new atmosphere. There's so much building going on here and everything. And there's a bit of O'Connell Street I'm going to show you, which is the spirit of the Liffey. It's a statue, a kind of artwork to the spirit who guides the River Liffey. The Irish have a wonderful disrespect for everything. And they call the spirit of the Liffey the whore in the sewer, or the floozy in the jacuzzi, which I absolutely love. I love that disrespect. It's right up my alley. In Ireland, for years and years, there's been this wonderful session culture where people just sit in pubs and play together for no other reason than just to play and rejoice in the fact that you can. And just entertain people, not in a cabaret way, just play. They like it, you like it, and then you all go home to bed. And I'm going tonight. I'm going to a wee Dublin bar, and I'm going to session with some good guys that we met earlier. And it's I'm kind of nervous because I haven't sessioned in a long, long time. I've just sat at home picking away. So I'm going to do it tonight and have a laugh to myself. It's a great way to touch people. Oh, excuse me. It's the only lift I get. Lovely to see you. You know how to frighten a guy. We're just approaching the GPO, which is the most famous landmark in Ireland because the Irish Rebellion started there in 1916. James Connolly, Patrick Pearse, people like that. Fantastic. You can still see all the shell marks. They were shelled from the river by a gunboat, and they read the Declaration of Independence on the steps. This is probably the most important building in modern Irish culture. This is Communium Jail in Dublin, where the rebels from the post office were brought, 14 of them, and where they died. They were only here for 24 hours. It had been a jail since the mid-19th century, but it's got that really forbidding institution quality. We're going to take you up to where the men were held before they were executed. It's kind of creepy. This is the actual cell where Patrick Pearse spent the last 24 hours of his life. So there was absolutely no furniture in this room, and he slept on the floor in his uniform with his jacket rolled up as a pillow, and he just checked on through the wee spy hole. 24 hours in here with all his friends in various cells along here. They were taken from here to be executed. But they came and put crosses over their hearts, white crosses, so that the guys firing the guns would have a good aim at them. This is a very interesting bit of graffiti by one of the women prisoners. Beware of the risen people that have harried and held, ye that have bullied and bribed. I kind of like the strength of that. Women were imprisoned here, and so were children. Children for stealing the most unlikely thing. Somebody stole a waistcoat and was transported to Australia at the age of 11. This is the very last thing the 13 would see as they went to be executed. And they would have seen this because they weren't blindfolded until they got over there. The 13 men were taken up here, including Patrick Pearse, Joseph Plunkett, those guys, and lined up there with the crosses on them, just standing. And over here, I'll show you, where the cross is, James Connolly was brought in this door here from hospital. He was too sick to be taken up. He couldn't walk anywhere, so they sat him in a chair over there. And they shot them. It was ba-boom, and that was it.